Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin this lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. I'm back with another lesson, and I'm going to entitle this lesson, The Earth is Given into the Hand of the Wicked, because I'm going to play a clip, and you can clearly see how evil this man is, Esau, how evil Esau is behind the scenes. And before I play the clip, I'm going to say fair use, because I've been getting a lot of copyright claims on my videos, because I play like Instagram videos. But nonetheless, check this video out, and then I'll pull out some scriptures.
And, I know you know because I've heard it on your show before. I mean, we steal 100 to 300,000 children a year just here in this country, and we drain the blood and we mix it with the Passover bread, and then we throw the bodies into the slaughterhouses that we own, and we grind up all the bodies in the sausage and the hamburger. McDonald's is one of our favorite outlets, and the people, they eat it for breakfast, they eat their children for lunch. And as Jews, we got to do what we do. The most important thing to remember between you, Pastor Wickstrom, and me, Rabbi A.B. Finkelstein of New York, that we both have two fathers, and so that's why we look at the world in two different ways.
And we know that there's a massive collision that's going to take place between two forces, don't we?
Well, that's what your book says. Our book says that we're going to take over the world.
Well, I look at you...
You're doing a pretty good job right now.
Yes, you've done a pretty good job, but there's quite an awakening coming. And my father, who's not your father, my father Yahweh, who isn't your father, of course, your father is talked about by my father in John 8:44, stating that your father was Satan and that you're the descendant of Cain, who was the first murderer. And you know that's true because you teach it in your synagogue.
Well, that's true, but it's not for you Goyim to know. But right now it's too late. It's over for you white race. So that's why I'm speaking so honestly here, to bring it out into the open so that you can see it for what it is. You've been teaching the people real good, but they don't wake up, do they? You don't get a lot of followers, do they? Because you know why? They're scared of us Jews, because they don't want to be called anti-Semites, and they believe that we're the chosen people, and so that's why we can do whatever we want to do, and we can get away with it because the white men are cowards, and we go to the synagogue all the time and have some Manischewitz and dance the Hava Nagila.
It's interesting. I've told people for years and years, it's not that you Jews are hiding anything. You're coming right out on television, in the newspapers, on the radio, and you're telling the people exactly what you're going to do before you do it, and they're like they're brain dead.
Well, we did a good job with the public school system. We got you to put all of your children in there. You notice that the Jew doesn't put his children in there. They go to the Hebrew Academy, where we teach them the real things, and then they go to the synagogue and they learn the real important things. But we send your kids to the public school. We even have you tax yourself.
Khan, so that was a whole lot he said. And we got to take it with a grain of salt, because you got to use discernment. A lot of times it could be AI, but nonetheless, these things really do happen behind the scenes. And we're not ignorant of that. We know exactly how there's hundreds of thousands of children that go missing every year here in Babylon and overseas. We know how this devil is throwing these immigrants off those cargo planes. That's facts now. That's, the Lord is bringing everything into the light, and we're exposing this devil. So people say, like, you guys are racist, and we're exposing Esau Edom for what he is, the devil that the Bible speaks of. So let's get some precepts. Let's get Job 9:24. It reads, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And ask yourself that question. Who's ruling this current system? Why is every single president in Babylon a so-called white man? And you could state the case of Obama, but I mean, I'm not too sure. I don't think he was an Israelite. I think he might have been a Ter, an Edomite with the Jake mother. But nonetheless, we know that Esau Edom is the devil and he's being exposed. Let's get 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And hey, most definitely that man of sin has already been revealed. He's getting exposed by the day, and that's why he's going to come down on us, you know. Why are these Amalekites so protected, calling us anti-Semitism, anti-Semites? And they're going to crack down on the ministry. Hey, we got to be ready for that persecution, you know. Let's get verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So yeah, this devil wants to be like the Most High Yahweh. He wants to be in control of all things. That's why he everything is inverted. He creates all these genetically modified organisms, food, animals, trying to create humans in a lab. He's trying to be like the Most High. And he's trying to fulfill that ultimately with that microchip that's coming out real soon. You know? He's going to try to chip us like cattle. So we're in those times. This man of sin has been revealed, and we're exposing him and just telling you, Jake, to repent, because it's going down, you know? It's going down. This devil's not going to hide. He's going to show his horns and come after the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Let's get 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So yeah, we're not ignorant. He's going to come he's going to try to package whatever he's going to come with all nice and pretty and deceive everybody that's already deceived. But we're going to know. We know not to trust the enemy, which is the next precept I have. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So yeah, like he was saying, they put human bodies in the food. I wouldn't doubt it. You know, that's highly possible. That's how wicked this man is. So obviously, we're in captivity. We eat our bread amongst the Gentiles. So we have to survive. So just pray over your food, you know. For all we know, we could be eating other humans, but hey, we just pray over your food that, you know, it doesn't affect you, that the Lord covers you from this poison. And we're close to the end, you know. We're close to the end, and we just got to keep enduring and pushing out this word. So I pray this lesson was edifying. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. On to the next lesson. Shalom.